Understanding mindfulness, a moment-by-moment awareness. Mindfulness is simple but not easy. It means paying attention in a certain way, on purpose, in the present moment, and without judgment. We observe our thoughts, feelings, and sensations, but we don't get carried away by them. Imagine a river. Thoughts are like leaves floating on the surface. We watch them pass without chasing after them. This practice has roots in ancient meditation traditions, but it's incredibly relevant today. In our busy lives, our minds race. We worry about the future and dwell on the past. Mindfulness brings us back to the here and now. It helps us to experience life more fully. Mindfulness isn't about emptying our minds. It's about becoming aware of what's already there. It's about accepting our experiences without judgment. This can be challenging, but with practice it brings a sense of calm and clarity. Mindfulness allows us to step back from our thoughts and feelings. Like a scientist observing an experiment, we simply notice. This creates space between us and our reactions, and in that space we find freedom. Sharpening the mind, mindfulness for enhanced focus. Our minds are easily distracted. We jump from one thought to another. Mindfulness helps us to train our attention. Like a muscle, our focus strengthens with practice. Think of mindfulness as a spotlight. We shine that light on our breath, our body, or our senses. When our mind wanders, we gently guide it back. This constant redirecting builds mental discipline. This enhanced focus has practical benefits. We become better listeners. We can concentrate on tasks for longer periods. Our productivity improves as we become less prone to distractions. Studies have shown that mindfulness training can even improve attention span in children and adults with ADHD. This suggests that mindfulness can be a valuable tool for anyone looking to improve their focus. Taming the storm, mindfulness for stress reduction. Stress is a normal part of life, but chronic stress takes a toll on our mental and physical health. Mindfulness helps us to manage stress by changing how we relate to it. When we're stressed, we tend to tense up, our thoughts race, and our breath becomes shallow. Mindfulness helps us to notice these physical sensations without judgment. We learn to observe the stress response without getting swept away by it. This doesn't mean that stress magically disappears, but by observing it mindfully, we create a space between us and our reactions. This space allows us to respond to stress more skillfully. We can choose healthier coping mechanisms instead of reacting impulsively. Research has shown that mindfulness-based stress reduction programs can significantly reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. These programs teach participants how to incorporate mindfulness practices into their daily lives. Mastering your emotions, mindfulness for emotional regulation. Emotions are powerful forces. They can uplift us or drag us down. Mindfulness doesn't aim to eliminate emotions. Instead, it teaches us to experience them fully without being overwhelmed. When we practice mindfulness, we become aware of our emotions as they arise. We notice the physical sensations that accompany them. We observe the thoughts that fuel them. This awareness allows us to choose how we respond. Instead of reacting impulsively, we can pause. We can acknowledge the emotion without judgment. This pause allows us to make conscious choices about how to express our emotions in healthy ways. Mindfulness helps us to break free from reactive patterns. We learn to respond to challenging situations with more clarity and compassion, both for ourselves and for others. Section 5. Finding peace within mindfulness for increased emotional stability. Life is full of ups and downs. Our emotions naturally fluctuate. Mindfulness helps us to cultivate a sense of inner peace that isn't dependent on external circumstances. By learning to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we develop a more compassionate relationship with ourselves. We recognize that difficult emotions are a normal part of the human experience. This self-compassion creates a foundation of emotional resilience. We're less likely to be thrown off balance by life's challenges. We develop a sense of inner stability that allows us to navigate difficult times with greater ease. Mindfulness helps us to cultivate a sense of gratitude for the present moment. Instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, we learn to appreciate the beauty of what is. Section 6. Real-world mindfulness examples and scientific evidence. Mindfulness isn't just a concept. It has practical applications in everyday life. For example, imagine you're stuck in traffic. Instead of getting frustrated, you can practice mindfulness. Notice the feeling of the steering wheel in your hands. Pay attention to the sounds around you. Observe your breath. This simple practice can help to shift your focus from frustration to a sense of presence. Scientific studies support the benefits of mindfulness. Research has shown that mindfulness can reduce anxiety and depression symptoms, improve sleep quality, and enhance cognitive function. A study by researchers at Harvard University found that mindfulness meditation can actually change the structure of the brain, increasing gray matter density in areas associated with attention, learning, and emotional regulation. Section 7. Mindfulness in Action: Practical Tips for Daily Life. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily life doesn't require drastic changes. Start with small, manageable steps. Mindful breathing. Take a few minutes each day to focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of each inhale and exhale. Mindful walking. Pay attention to the sensations of walking. Feel your feet on the ground, the movement of your legs, the air against your skin. Mindful eating. Eat your meal slowly and with intention. Savor each bite, paying attention to the flavors, textures, and aromas. Mindful observation. Choose an everyday object, such as a flower or a tree. Observe it with curiosity, noticing details you've never seen before. Mindfulness apps. Several apps offer guided meditations and mindfulness exercises. Explore different options to find what works best for you. Section 8. Conclusion. Embracing mindfulness for a richer life. Mindfulness is a journey, not a destination. It's about bringing awareness to each moment, cultivating a sense of presence, and meeting our experiences with kindness and curiosity. The benefits of mindfulness are profound and far-reaching. It enhances our focus, reduces stress, improves emotional regulation, and fosters a sense of inner peace. By incorporating mindfulness practices into our daily lives, we can cultivate a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. We can navigate the challenges of life with greater ease and embrace the fullness of each moment.